Hi, everyone. Mitch from PickDawgz.com here with your free pick in the Mavericks versus Lakers NBA matchup on Thursday, April 22nd, 2021. Of course, here on YouTube, I do more free pick videos than anyone, so be sure to subscribe to our channel. Check out all of our free picks and live free pick shows. But let's get to this one between the Lakers and the Mavs. The Mavs 4-point favorites here over the Lakers. Mavs, of course, on the back-to-back, knocking the Pistons off by 10 on Wednesday. They were laying 10.5, so if you are like me, I call that a loss. They call it a win in the win column, but I guess everybody's happy as long as we were on the Pistons, right? I don't really know how that goes. But we look at the Mavericks and really not an improved team over the teams that we've seen in recent years, kind of reaching those levels that a lot of people expected them to be at, but they're not quite at the championship contender level, but still a good team. And how did they get there? They got there by playing defense. It's like they finally woke up and said, let's play some defense. Maybe we can win some games. And here they are, the 8th-ranked defense in the NBA, and they're in the 7th spot in the Western Conference playoffs, which puts you in that whole play-in thing. So they would love to move up to 6. They'd have to catch the Blazers to get there. It's possible, but they're running out of time, but they're certainly within striking distance. So these are meaningful games, even though most of the teams are not treating them as such. But they just a game behind Portland in that standing for the 6th spot where they would not have to participate in that play, and they're actually just a half a game. So a win here would put them into a tie with Portland for the 6th spot and get them out of that play-in scenario. Meanwhile, the Lakers, they've just been chugging along. That's what they do, kind of biding their time, saying, hey, all we need to do is make the playoffs, and then we got Anthony Davis and LeBron back, and we're sure we could steal one on the road from just about anybody in the NBA. There's our home court advantage. And it's pretty much the strategy that we're seeing across the NBA this season, where a lot of teams just deciding, well, there's no fans in the stands, so no one's blowing $400 on a ticket to see our superstars to complain about that. So what we do is we won't play our superstars, and then, hey, when the playoffs come, we'll play them, and we'll be at full strength. Who cares if we're on the road, because we can win on the road with these guys. And I tell you what, it's not a bad strategy. The Lakers have the number 2 ranked defense in the NBA, and that is good enough to keep them in a lot of games and to have them pretty much within striking distance of people in these games. And, that's all they need to do is stay in the middle of the playoff standings, and that's what they've done. They're 3 clear of the Blazers in that for the 5th spot. They're not going to catch the Nuggets for the 4th spot either. So basically they're locked in that 5th spot in the Western Conference playoff standings. But, of course, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, no one's playing, for the Lakers, and anybody else that's remotely injured, well, probable. Morris is probable. Schroeder, probable. Meanwhile, for the Mavs on the back-to-back, Terry is still out. And, it's one of those situations where which Lakers show up? The ones that care or the ones that don't care? I think that really that's what this one comes down to. Personally, I think it's the Mavericks team that cares. They have a lot to play for. Trying to move into that 6th spot and being just a half game away, they can pretty much smell it. I think the Mavericks come here ready to play. I don't think this is a great game that I'm rushing to the window to bet or anything, but 4 points, the money's moving in that direction. The sharp bettors appear to believe that the Mavericks are going to be motivated as well. I'm with them in this one. I liked the Pistons yesterday against the Mavs, but I'm going to go with the Mavs here. I'm going to lay the 4 points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, if you're wondering who the top handicappers in the world think are the best bets on the board today, head on over to PickDawgz.com and click on the Premium Picks tab.